Welcome students in Standard 6th Science. In previous class, you have studied about planets. So students, on which planet living things survive? Yes, living things survive only on the Earth because Earth has air, water and land. Living thing cannot live on other planet. So today we are going to learn lesson number 1, natural resources. Observe the figure and answer the following question. Where do we see the birds? Yes, we see the birds in the sky. Where is cow grazing? Cow is grazing on the grassland. Where does the river come from? River come from mountain. Where is the aeroplane? Aeroplane flies in the sky. Where are the fish seen? Yes, fish seen in the water. On what is the sailboat floating? Sailboat is floating on the water. Last year we have studied about spheres of the earth. There are 3 spheres of the earth: atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Today we are going to learn about these spheres in detail. Now we will learn about natural resources. Air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth. Why these factors are important for living things? Because these factors fulfill basic needs of living thing. So, air, water and land are called natural resources. Here we have shown the layer of air is called atmosphere and the layer of water is called hydrosphere. The layer of land is called lithosphere and the living things, the part of atmosphere, hydrosphere, living thing which they occupy are together called biosphere. Now we will learn about proportion of land and water. Earth comprises land and water. Proportion of water is 71% and the proportion of land is 29%. Out of these, water occupies much larger part than land. What are the 5 layers of the atmosphere? Last year in EVS 1 we have studied about these layers. Just remember the students? Yes. Observe this figure that we have learned in previous year. There are 5 layers of the atmosphere. They are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. Troposphere contains 80% of gas and stratosphere contains 19% of gas. The amount of gases in the air is greatest near the surface. And as we go higher and higher from the surface, it goes on decreasing. Gases are not found in the exosphere. There is an ozone layer at the bottom of the stratosphere. About ozone layer, we will learn later on. Now about air. Air is an important factor for living thing. Air contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor, dust particle and inert gases. There are 6 inert gases. Now we will learn about proportion of the gases in the air. Now the percentage of gases are nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, argon 0.9%, other constituents of air 0.07% and carbon dioxide is 0.03%. So these are the proportion of the various gases which are present in the air. Air is a mixture of various gases. Now tell me what are the various constituents of air and write their uses. Yes, the various constituents of air are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, helium, neon, krypton and xenon. Now we will learn about their uses in detail. Now, use of nitrogen. Nitrogen is useful to build the necessary proteins. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuff. For example, jam, pickles, you will get in the market. Next, oxygen is useful for respiration in living thing and for combustion. No living thing can live without oxygen. Combustion means burning of fuel or petrol. How much oxygen is present in the air? Remember students? Yes, there is 21% of oxygen present in the air. Now about carbon dioxide. It is useful for plant for producing their food during photosynthesis. That carbon dioxide is also used in fire extinguishers to put off the fire. These fire extinguishers are there in a school. You might have seen. Next, argon gas. It is used in electric bulbs and lights which we are using at a home. Helium gas used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lifts in airships. Neon gas is used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Krypton gas is used in fluorescent tubes. During Diwali or Christmas, you have seen that these tubes are used in hotels for decoration. Xenon gas is used in flash photography. For example, X-ray. Now we will learn about air. Air is very important factor for living thing. The living world on the earth is sustained due to the balance between various gases and other constituents of air. This balance is very important for the survival of living thing. The atmosphere is very important filter. Why it is very important filter? Because it allows the light and heat of the sun to reach the earth which is necessary for the life. But it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. Fog, clouds, snow and rain are produced in the atmosphere. So air is important factor for living thing. Always remember students. Observe these pictures. What is the similarity in the three pictures below? These three pictures shows large scale emission from factories, vehicles and forest fire. If these smoke mixes in the air directly, so air get polluted and that is called air pollution. Due to air pollution, harmful substances release in the air through combustion of fuel. Now, which gases are released? Nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide and soot. These are all harmful substances. Now about ozone layer. Ozone layer is called the protective shell. There is a layer of ozone gas in the lower part of stratosphere. Just observe this figure. This is ozone gas. It is at the bottom of the stratosphere. It is not directly useful for living thing. Then why ozone layer is important? Ozone layer is important for living thing because it absorbs harmful rays from the sun. Sun has ultraviolet rays. These rays ozone layer absorb. As a result, life on the earth get protected. So therefore, ozone layer is very important for us. So for the protection of ozone gas, 16 September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world to make everyone aware of the importance of ozone. Due to air pollution, ozone gas is reducing. So we have to reduce the air pollution. Students, if you have observed during lockdown, air pollution get reduced. What is the reason of that? Because less vehicles are there on the road. So it is good for environment. Now observe the board. These pollution control boards are displayed in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur at the place of heavy traffic. What is the purpose of these board? These board shows proportion of the various constituent of the air at that place. Due to these board, we will come to know the amount of harmful elements mixes in the air. Now we will learn second important factor, that is water. Can we live without water? No. Water is necessary for different purposes in our day-to-day life. For example, water is useful for drinking, for bathing, for brushing, for washing clothes and utensils, mopping the floor and for cooking. So student, you have to find out how much water you are using at your home for these purposes and find out total use of water and later on send it me on WhatsApp. Now the characteristics of water. In nature, water occurs in three states. Last year we have studied about three states. Which are the three states? Yes, solid, liquid and gas. These are the three states of water. Water does not have color, taste or odor. Many substances readily dissolve in the water. For example, salt, sugar dissolve in the water easily. Therefore, water is a universal solvent. The blood of animals and the sap in plants contain a very high proportion of water. So, Why water is life? No living thing can survive without water. Therefore, it is said that water is life. Observe this diagram. In this diagram, they have shown distribution of water on the earth, as well as observe this table also. 97% water is available in the seas and ocean, and 2.7% is water is available in the form of groundwater, ice and water, and in other forms 0.3% water is available for drinking. Observe the student. Only 0.3% water is available for drinking. Then also it is enough for living thing. Now the question is, why is there a shortage of water even though it occupies about 71% of the earth's surface? We know that there is a 71% water available on the earth. So why is there a shortage of water? Because we cannot use all the water on the earth because sea water is salty. Some water is in frozen state. So that water also we cannot use for drinking. A very small quantity of water is available for drinking. How much water is available for drinking? 0.3%. Yes, yet it is enough for all living things. So we have to use water carefully. Students, write down this table in your notebook. It is important for us. Now about water cycle. For which purposes is water being used? Just now we have studied water is used for drinking, for washing clothes and utensils, for washing vehicles, for animals, for bathing. For these purposes water is being used. So water is regulated through water cycle that we have studied in previous classes. We use water in large quantities. We have learned that water on the earth is regulated through the water cycle. The water vapor formed from ocean is the main source of water in the water cycle. It gets converted into rain and created fresh water on the earth. There are two sources of water, natural and man-made. Natural sources of water are river, stream, ponds and lake. Man-made sources of water are well, bore wells and dam. Now, water scarcity has become a serious problem. Why it is a serious problem? Water scarcity means shortage of water. Shortage of water has become serious problem. What is the reason behind that? Tell me students. Yes, due to uncontrolled use of water for increasing population, for industries, farming, for household purpose, water is falling short. So therefore, water scarcity has become a serious problem. So what we can do for that? Students, always remember these points. Then we will not get this problem. Use water sparingly. Means whatever water is necessary, that much water only you will use. You will not waste water unnecessarily. Block water, let it percolate. Then water will seep in the ground and groundwater level get increased. Store water wherever possible. Reuse water wherever possible. Remember, stored water does not become stale at once. Today, what we have learned? We have learned about natural resources. Which are the natural resources? Air, water and land are the natural resources. Today we have learned about air and water. About land, we will learn in next class. Spheres of the earth we have studied. There are three spheres of the earth: atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Layers of atmosphere, that also we have studied today. There are 5 layers of atmosphere. The uses of gases also we have learned today. And we have learned about ozone layer, that is important for living thing. Now, whatever homework I have given, note down that tables today and draw the diagram of spheres of the earth. We will meet in next class. Thank you for watching part 1 of lesson number 1.